Hello everyone, you are welcome back to Eben Entertainment. This is your boy Eben. You know how we do them. Today we are here with another video. In 2016, the government of Ghana initiated a major infrastructure project to ease traffic congestion and improve the transportation network in Accra. The project, known as the Pokuase Interchange, was a massive undertaking that involved the construction of a new interchange and associated roadworks. The first phase of the project was the feasibility studies, traffic counts, and conceptual design. This phase was critical in determining the viability and the scope of the project. In an interview with one of the engineers, he said, "The first phase of the project was all about gathering data and information. We conducted traffic counts at various times of the day to understand the traffic patterns and volume. We also did a topographical survey of the project site to understand the existing infrastructure and terrain. The data collected during the traffic count and surveys was analyzed to identify the root cause of traffic congestion in the area. This information was then used to develop a conceptual design for the project." They also interviewed one of the managers, which is the project manager, and he said the conceptual design was a critical step in the project. "We had to come up with a design that would solve the traffic congestion problem in the area while also being practical and cost-effective. We worked closely with the government and stakeholders to ensure that the design met their requirements and expectations." The feasibility studies and conceptual design phase of the project took over a year to complete. The project team had to go through multiple iterations of the design to ensure that it was feasible and met the project's goal. An interview was made with the consultant. He said, "The first phase of the project was challenging, but it was also exciting. We had to come up with innovative solutions to address the traffic congestion problems in the area. We spent a lot of time brainstorming ideas and collaborating with other experts to develop the best possible design." The first phase of the Pokuase Interchange project was a critical step in the project's success. It laid the foundation for the detailed engineering design and tender documentation phase that followed. The feasibility studies and conceptual design were a testament to the project's team's dedication and expertise in solving complex transportation problems. The Pokuase Interchange project would go on to transform the transportation network in Accra, and it all started with the first phase of the project, the feasibility studies, traffic count, and conceptual design. After the completion of the first phase of the Pokuase Interchange project, the project team moved on to the second phase, the detailed engineering design and tender documentation. In this phase, the project team utilized the data collected in the first phase to create a detailed engineering design for the interchange and associated roadworks. The design had to be both practical and cost-effective. Once the engineering design was completed, the project team began working on the tender documentation. This included developing the specifications and requirements for the construction of the interchange. The tender documents had to be reviewed and approved by the government and other stakeholders to ensure that they met the project's goals and objectives. The development of the detailed engineering design and tender documentation was a complex process that required close collaboration among the project team members. The engineers, architects, and other experts worked together to create a design that would meet the needs of the community while also being practical and cost-effective. The second phase of the Pokuase Interchange project was critical in preparing the project for the construction phase. The detailed engineering design and tender documentation laid the foundation for the construction works that would follow. The Pokuase Interchange project was a massive undertaking that required carefully planning and execution. The second phase of the project, the detailed engineering design and tender documentation, was a testament to the project team's expertise and dedication to solving complex transportation problems. After the completion of the second phase of the Pokuase Interchange, the project team moved on to the third phase, the construction works. This was the most critical phase of the project, as it involved transforming the detailed engineering design and tender documentation into a physical reality. The construction works involved a wide range of activities, including site clearance, earthworks, and drainage. Site clearance was the first step in preparing the project site for construction. It involved the removal of any vegetation and structures that were in the way of the interchange. The next step was earthworks, which involved moving large quantities of soil and other materials to shape the landscape of the interchange. This was a challenging task that required precision and expertise to ensure that the interchange was built to the highest standards. The construction team also had to install drainage systems to manage stormwater runoff from the interchange and surrounding areas. This was a critical component of the project, as it ensured that the interchange would not be flooded during heavy rains. One of the most challenging aspects of the construction works was building the bridge deck, which involved pouring thousands of cubic meters of concrete into moss. This was highly specialized task that required the use of advanced equipment and skilled workers. As the construction work progressed, the team also had to install lighting and signage to ensure that the interchange was visible and safe for drivers at night. This was another critical component of the project, as it ensured that the interchange could be used 24/7. The construction works were completed over several months and were a massive undertaking that required the dedication and expertise of a large team of workers. The third phase of the Pokuase Interchange project was critical in ensuring that the interchange was built to the highest standard and was ready to serve the needs of the community. The Pokuase Interchange project was a testament to the power of collaboration and expertise in solving complex transportation problems. The successful completion of the project was a significant achievement and will benefit the community for many years to come. After completing the critical third phase of the Pokuase Interchange project, the project team moved on to the fourth phase, the construction of the main interchange bridges and other associated infrastructure. The fourth phase of the project was a significant milestone, as it involved the construction of the main interchange bridge and other infrastructure such as retaining walls, pedestrian walkways, and drainage systems. The construction of the main interchange bridge was one of the most challenging aspects of the project. The bridge was a complex structure that required the use of advanced construction techniques and equipment. The project team had to carefully plan and execute every step of the construction process to ensure that the bridge was safe and structurally sound. In addition to the bridge, the project team also had to construct retaining walls along the side of the interchange. Retaining walls were necessary to prevent soil erosion and ensure the stability of the structure. The project team also had to construct pedestrian walkways to provide safe and convenient access for pedestrians. This was an essential component of the project, as it will promote pedestrian safety and reduce the risk of accidents. Finally, the project team had to construct drainage systems to manage stormwater runoff from the interchange and surrounding areas. This was critical, as I said earlier, since the component of project as it ensured that the interchange would not be flooded during heavy rains. As the construction of the main interchange bridge and associated infrastructure progressed, the project team faced several challenges. One of the most significant challenges was constructing the bridge deck. This involved pouring thousands of cubic meters of concrete into moss and required carefully planning and execution. Despite these challenges, the project team successfully completed the construction of the main interchange bridge and other associated infrastructure. The completed project was testament to the power of collaboration and expertise in solving complex transportation problems. The completion of the fourth phase of the Pokuase Interchange was a significant milestone in the project's history. It represented the culmination of months of hard work and dedication by a large team of workers. With the main interchange bridge and other associated infrastructure in place, the project was one step closer to its ultimate goal of improving transportation in the region. With the completion of the fourth phase of the Pokuase Interchange, the project team turned their attention to the fifth phase, the construction of the Insawam Road and Awoshi-Pokuase Road flyover. This phase of the project involved the construction of two flyovers, one at Insawam Road and the other at Awoshi-Pokuase Road. These flyovers were a critical component of the project, as they would improve traffic flow and reduce congestion in the area. The construction of the Insawam Road flyover was a challenging task that required the use of advanced engineering techniques and equipment. The flyover had to be designed and built to withstand heavy traffic loads and adverse weather conditions. The construction of the Awoshi-Pokuase Road flyover was no less challenging. The flyover had to be built over an existing road and required carefully planning and execution to minimize disruption to traffic. One of the most challenging aspects of constructing the flyover was installing the steel beams that would support the decks of the flyovers. This required precise measurement and careful coordination between the workers and equipment. Once the steel beams were in place, the workers had to pour concrete onto the deck of the flyovers. This was a critical step that required attention to details and careful planning to ensure that the concrete was properly mixed and poured. Despite the challenges, the project team successfully completed the construction of the Insawam Road and Awoshi-Pokuase Road flyovers. The completed flyovers were a testament to the expertise and dedication of the project team. With the Insawam Road and Awoshi-Pokuase Road flyovers in place, traffic flow in the area was significantly improved. The flyovers allowed for a smooth flow of traffic, reduced travel time, and increased safety for drivers and pedestrians alike. The completion of the fifth phase of the Pokuase Interchange project was a significant milestone in the project history with the construction of the Insawam Road and Awoshi-Pokuase Road flyovers. The project was one step closer to achieving its ultimate goal of improving transportation in the region. After completing the construction of the main interchange bridge and the flyovers, the focus of the Pokuase Interchange project shifted to the construction of pedestrian walkways, streetlights, and landscaping in the surrounding areas. The project team understood that the interchange and the new road infrastructure would serve as a key link between Pokuase and other major areas in the greater Accra region, and therefore they wanted to ensure that the area around the interchange was safe and aesthetically pleasing. The construction of the pedestrian walkways was a major part of this phase. The walkways were designed to provide safe and accessible paths for pedestrians to cross over the roads and get to the other side of the interchange. The walkways were constructed using high-quality materials such as concrete and asphalt, and were designed to be durable and long-lasting. In addition to the walkways, the project team also installed a street light throughout the interchange and the surrounding areas. The street lights were strategically placed to ensure that the area was well lit at all times, which would increase visibility and safety for pedestrians and motorists. As part of the landscaping effort, the project team planted trees, grass, and flowers along the roadside and in the central reservation of the interchange. The landscaping was done to provide an aesthetic, pleasing environment and to promote a healthy ecosystem in the area. Challenges were encountered during this phase of the project, including delays in the delivery of materials and equipment, as well as unanticipated issue with the soil conditions in certain areas. Despite these challenges, the project team remained committed to the completion of the project and worked tirelessly to overcome the obstacles. Overall, the construction of the pedestrian walkways, streetlights, and landscaping was a crucial part of the Pokuase Interchange project. It not only provided safe and accessible paths for pedestrians and improved the aesthetic appeal of the surrounding areas, but also ensured that the interchange would serve as a key transportation link in the greater Accra region for many years to come. As the phase 6 of the Pokuase Interchange project neared completion, attention turned to the 7th phase of the project, the installation of traffic signal and road markings and signage. This phase was critical in ensuring that the interchange could function efficiently and safely for motorists and pedestrians. In order to install the necessary equipment and signage, detailed planning was required. The engineers had to determine the best location for traffic signals, road markings, and signage, taking into account factors such as visibility, safety, and ease of use. Once the plans were in place, construction crews worked tirelessly to install the necessary equipment. This included the installation of traffic lights at strategic locations, as well as the creation of road markings and signs that will help guide drivers and pedestrians throughout the interchange. One of the key challenges faced during this phase was ensuring that the equipment and signage was installed in a timely manner and without causing unnecessary disruption to traffic flow. Crew had to work quickly and efficiently, often under challenging conditions, in order to complete the work as quickly as possible. The engineers and construction crews had to work together closely to ensure that all equipment was installed to the highest standards and that any issues or problems were identified and addressed quickly. Despite the challenges, the installation of traffic signals and road markings and signage was ultimately a success. The new interchange was now fully operational. With the completion of Phase 7, the Pokuase Interchange project was one step closer to fulfilling its goal of improving transportation infrastructure in the Greater Accra region. As the construction of Pokuase Interchange project came to an end, attention turned to the final phase of the project, the commissioning and handing over of the completed interchange to the government and general public. This phase marked the official opening of the interchange and represented a major milestone in the project. In preparation for the commissioning and handing over, a series of tests were carried out to ensure that all equipment and systems were functioning correctly. This included testing the traffic signals, road markings, and signage, as well as carrying out safety inspections. Once all the tests had been completed and everything was deemed to be in order, the official commissioning ceremony was held. Government officials, project stakeholders, and members of the public were invited to attend the event, which marked the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. During the ceremony, speeches were made by various officials, including government representatives and project stakeholders. The speakers praised the hard work and dedication of the engineers and emphasized the importance of the new interchange for the Greater Accra region. The keys to the facility were handed over to the government officials, who then formally took ownership of the interchange on behalf of the people of Ghana. With the completion of the Phase 8, the Pokuase Interchange project had been successfully completed, and the new interchange was now open to the public. The completed interchange represented a significant improvement to the transportation infrastructure in the Greater Accra region and was expected to improve traffic flow, reduce congestion, and enhance safety for motorists and pedestrians, and also for cars going to Pokuase and coming into Accra and other places. Please, if you are new here, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share as well. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.